Welcome to Epic Learnings, Heartbeat with the Word, Volume 11. I've got the old crew back today, and we're going to be talking about our wins. We got Scott.
Hey, guys.
Nat.
Hey.
And this week, who should start first? Scott was the least prepared, so Scott, I'm going to pick on you.
Thanks, man.
Of the week?
So my win of the week, I've been learning how to do microvids, which is quite cool. So I've been doing a lot of little tips and tutorials for Slack, which is awesome, but I'm going to start leaning them towards online content. So like Facebook stuff. So ask us a question, I'll give you a little microvid on it, which is cool. And it'll be up on our Facebook page. So
yeah, cool. Yeah.
It's going to be cool.
What was the trickiest thing about making a microvid?
Making a microvid, making sure you had the right workflow. So make sure I did the audio first before I cut, because as soon as you cut, you can't edit the audio again. So make sure I nest it and stuff like that. So once I got that down pat, they're quick, very quick to do. So
super cool.
Yeah.
Nat, what was your win for this week?
My win for this week was an operational win as part of the Epic team, and that was Slack statuses. So you might have heard a few weeks back, we moved from River to Slack, and we've just started to make sure that our team are using their status at any given time. Now, this is quite important because we work in an asynchronous environment at Epic, and that means we all work different hours and often are communicating in an asynchronous way. So, leaving work for someone to pick up when they're next at work and things like that. So what was happening is I would have a question for Scott or a question for Carl, and I wouldn't know whether they're at work, they're not at work. So you do the kind of tenuous check, little message, and then all of a sudden Scott's with having family time and he gets a notification and it's a work question that could have waited till he was ready to go for work. So Slack statuses is helping us identify when we're at work and when we're not at work. So we've had to employ some status police to get that habit forming, but we're starting to get really good, and it's just saved a lot of time and also alleviated some of the kind of perceived I guess it's kind of this weird guilt where someone messages you when you're not working and you feel like you have to respond to it, but you actually don't need to respond to it because that's not how we work, right? So knowing that my status is up, people can see that I'm doing something with the family or whatever it is, not at work, and I don't have to worry about them not knowing where I am or how to get hold of me.
Okay, so a couple of questions for people that might be interested in using statuses. Is first of all, what do they look like? And can you give us an example on how a status works for you?
Yeah, cool. So, great example was a status is just a little icon and a couple of words that sit by the user's name. So the other day I was in the middle of something. I had a quick question to ask Carl, and he had the coffee status and he had out for a coffee. So that instantly, it was during our normal work time, and that tells me straight away he's not going to be able to get into a big conversation with me or something like that, but a quick one-word answer on Slack is something he's going to be able to answer me straight away. So I got the answer that I needed and could move on.
Hilarious. Cool. I was actually at Robert Harris, and it's exactly what happened. I was just got my coffee, had it in one hand, and you went, I was like, and I started walking home. So it's exactly how you said it. The coolest thing I like about statuses is the fact that you can choose what emoji that you associate with what you're doing. So it's not like those old school ones where it's just like out of office or whatever, or generic. You can put your own little personality on what it is, and I think,
which is really cool. So
at the moment, my status is a little camera with heart beating with the world is my status. So it's just, it's cool and it's a lot of fun, and you can still add personality to it, which I think really helps as well.
Yeah,
so Nat, sorry, Nat, come on.
I was just going to say, it's kind of made it fun. So it's become a little, choosing the best status, having a funny sort of little comment, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's been my one. Yeah.
So do you want to tell us a bit, Nat, about the status police? What do they have to deal with?
So like any new policy or any new routine that you're trying to implement into a team, it's really, it has to become habit. So we've got a bit of a competition going on at the moment, and the next time we get together, the person who has had forgotten to change their status or had the wrong status up the most has to buy the beers. So we've had someone who shall remain nameless in our team has taken it on board to be the status police, but he seems to be a bit unfavourable towards the girls at the moment. So we need to
Funny.
If I hear that I was just making our cuppa is the excuse of not being online while saying they're online, it's pretty funny. It's working because we know where everyone's at, and sometimes when we're working out of hours, but you're kind of at your computer, you can kind of put a status of I'm kind of here, but you know what I mean? It's just really cool and great productivity and a good way to go, I'm not working now, leave me alone. What was your status? Weekend stuff. And I kind of went, oh yeah, now it's gone for the weekend. Cool. See her on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay. Enough about status. What's Carl's win of the week? My win of the week? Some more tech stuff. So last year we were really struggling with a decent filing system, ain't it? So we were just getting lost in oodles and oodles of like content, images, and everything. And so we thought we'll try and improve it, and we also switched to Google Suite. And Google Suite's like Google's business version of all their tools. So we got, through our team, an unlimited G Drive plan, which also included that we could have team drives, which basically means you can make a drive for anything and as many as you like. So every project we make a separate drive, which is unlimited space on it. We have separate drives for images or different media as well. So what's happened over the last week, we had two situations where I tried to find something that was 6 months old and I found it, and it saved me hours and hours of work. And I was just going, file system actually worked, because you don't know it works until 6 months later when you've totally forgot what you were working on, and you go back to it, it's all there, and it's like labeled properly, and it was easy to find. In the past, you always used to have that little thing in the back of your mind going, okay, who worked on that project? Who did the graphics, or who did this? What was their naming system? What folder was that in? I think that was on my E drive on my home computer or on my laptop. So it solved all those problems. A massive one for me as well. And then it started making me realize that since we have unlimited drives, we could double store things and put all the images and assets into its own little project drive, and it just lives there forever, right? Like this, and they don't have to go looking for it. And then we can have a double up of all those graphics in our media drive and reuse them if we want. So it just keeps things simple. And the idea of working with unlimited is, it's blowing my mind. It's a bit nerdy, but it's just a different way of thinking, right? It's a little bit like when we realized in Slack, you don't need to make you don't have to keep reusing a channel. You can make a disposable channel, and when it's done, get rid of it. I guess it's just still rewriting all those things that we learned when we were younger. We're got to keep everything in the same folder because you don't want to buy a new book, right? Like we have unlimited books and unlimited paper, right? So
it's the same with the cloud. So I used to always don't want to put too many video files on my computer because it'll fill my computer up. With unlimited cloud storage, you don't have to worry about things like that. I meet lots of people that are still not backing things up to the cloud from their phone, and their phones are full and of all of the photos they've taken over the last year and a half, and things like that. And I think,
exactly. And it's like, because I used to be that guy that had all his MP3s and all his videos on this one SD card that I just kept to carry around to all my phones and and spot between Spotify and that's cloud, right? So it's just, I guess I'm still learning wins from using the cloud more effectively. Okay, this week's been a very nerdy week. Every single one is
pretty much.
Good week. We got 10 out of 10 nude week. That's what's going to be featuring this week, right? We don't have a guest, so we're featuring nude wins. Okay, so what are we up to this week, Scott? What's up this week?
So this week I'm really looking forward to getting our new tech show going. So me and Carl are going to work on that today.
We have been talking about that for almost 3 weeks now. So
so kind of like my videos, if it's a 60-second video, but it's not really, it's 90 seconds, and you feel like you're gypped. You shouldn't gyp now because it's actually going to happen. So like the Facebook stuff. So like I say before, if you guys have a question that you want answered, anything like that, post it in comments, and we'll be able to make a little video and chuck it up on our Facebook.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to ask. We just gave you 3 really nerdy examples of what were our wins. So don't waste your brain power on learning this stuff. Get us to show it for you.
Pretty much, yeah. But no, it's going to be a good week, so looking forward to it.
Cool. Nat, what are you up to this week?
I'm actually going to be doing some work on unveiling one of our Epic Learning products that we've had for a wee while, but we haven't really been showcasing or advertising them. So that's our digital avatars. So more on that probably next week, but I'm working on creating a website page and a bit of a digital sort of information package around what they are, how we use them, and why they make learning epic. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on today, getting that out and sharing some love around some of the cool stuff that we're making.
Super cool. What's Carl working on this week? So Carl's got a few projects landing. Probably my biggest thing is supporting Nat and getting the digital avatars work done. It's that thing we've been talking about it for the last couple of weeks. Time to actually get it published. With that, and I've got a few other pieces of work that I'm kind of wrapping up, but my main focus is to get some epic work done this week. I've been a bit neglectful over the last month doing client work, so time to make epic the client for a week.
You have to every now and again. So.
Oh yeah, definitely this afternoon and Monday morning, going to smash that out. So yeah, winning that way. Cool. So yeah, super nerdy week this week, team. Let's wrap it up and actually do some work so we can show these people online on our social media what we're talking about. So this far, you can now hold us accountable for all the work that we said we're going to be doing. We're going to have the new tech video by Scott and Carl, a digital avatar promotional material, maybe even a website. Hold us accountable online, right?
More mercies. Yeah.
We can talk the talk, but can we walk the walk?
Yeah.
Fast forward to next week, it'll be we almost had some wins last week. Okay, team, let's wrap it up. Say goodbye to everyone. Bye.
See you
guys next week.